The Reserve Bank has kept the official cash rate on hold at 2.25%, but signalled a gradual increase later this year. It was new Governor Anna Breman's first OCR announcement since taking on the role 2 months ago. The committee she leads decided against a fourth consecutive cut, noting that inflation had increased beyond its target range. As Zane Small reports, it signals a change of direction for homeowners, left wondering when their rates will start rising.
Down this driveway in East Auckland, you'll find the Simons family residence, where Tim, his wife Karen and their 2 dogs call home.
Jack Sparrow and Foxy Roxy.
The pair purchased the property 20 years ago for about $450,000 after migrating from South Africa.
I have 3 sons, which I managed to get rid of out of the house. Yes, 2 of them live locally, 1 lives in London. So it's just now my wife and I, and actually thinking about options and having to prepare for retirement.
The home's now worth about $1.5 million, a comfortable capital gain. But the mortgage isn't yet paid off. So with the help of his broker, Stephen Robertson, Tim's refixed a portion of the loan at 4.49% for a year and kept the rest on a floating rate of 5.69.
I am not that confident that the rates will continue to stay low for the long term.
A view based on expert advice.
Be aware that if things are going to lift, I don't want to get caught out with a big jump in my living costs.
Because that could soon be the reality for mortgage holders, with the Reserve Bank today signalling a lift to the benchmark lending rate later this year.
And one member was discussing the possibility, even with the same economic outlook, it might be appropriate to tighten a little bit earlier.
It was new Governor Anna Breman's first official cash rate announcement since taking on the role 2 months ago. And for now, the committee she leads has kept the benchmark rate at 2.25%, following 3 previous consecutive cuts. And that's because the inflation rate at 3.1% is above the central bank's target range of between 1 and 3. Increases in food and electricity prices and local council rates were the biggest contributors.
Many businesses are still struggling, but what we are saying is that the data is showing us that we are at the early stages of a recovery, and we want to keep the OCR on hold to support the recovery while ensuring that inflation falls back to target.
Some longer-term interest rates have already been rising. Markets could see that it was only a matter of time before the cash rate would lift after the central bank signalled in November that the cuts were over. But it's important to remember that interest rates have been declining for a few years now, and with around 60% of mortgages due to refix in the next 12 months, many will be taking advantage of a lower rate.
There's obviously been a lot of relief for some families. Have you felt that?
Yeah, absolutely. It's been fantastic to, when I refixed, to actually fix it at significantly lower rate than what it was at. I mean, we're talking literally thousands of dollars a month.
Extra cash homeowners can enjoy for now, but it might not last as a new economic picture emerges.
So Zane, the Reserve Bank seems pretty confident that inflation is going to ease.
Yeah, that's right. The Reserve Bank didn't seem too fazed by the recent uptick in inflation, and they seem pretty confident that the inflation rate will come back down to 2% within the next 12 months. Now, we've seen how the price of dairy products, for example, is largely driven by overseas demand, and we end up paying a higher price at the checkout. The Reserve Bank seems to think that that will start to ease, and they expect there to be less inflation in some administered prices, as they call them, over the coming year, such as electricity lines fees, university fees and vehicle licensing fees. But I have just seen a note from economists at Infometrics questioning if the Reserve Bank has got this right. It says, "We worry that the bank may be ignoring real economic figures in front of us and relying on theoretical expectations."
Zane, thank you so much. Busy day.